3 the other day, and he had an abysmal beginning to that series. I don't think you get the same kind of second chances versus Heroic, so it needs to be a strong beginning.
Really fast around here, though. Already out the mid. It's been 20 seconds on the round, and already in B. There's a lot of members there as well. Not a single member from Heroic actually coming through that B ramp area. Oh my god, I talked about it. You know, Cello needs to show up. That's a nice 3 kill from him right off the bat. Makes it a 2-on-2 situation now, though.
Julies from Danico. Danico, perhaps another X factor that can play into MIBR's favor. The new pickup. I mean, looking dangerous, but the Julies, I don't know if they can do it, man. Just running around, spamming the Julies is not going to really pan out for him in this instance.
But one game that won't stop anytime soon is this one on our screens. It's Cadian. They're securing the opener. Oh dear, the trading's been halted over at short side, wouldn't you know? Shuz snatching these away. Taken from the rich that is Heroic.
Nico being low here as well, 3-on-3.
And the guy who's peeking also, you know, he's not playing the reaction game. He's pre-aiming, he's visualizing, he gets to take initiative. No, he must close his eyes and perform these peeks. I mean, I personally never like being in Storm's position where I have to be so reactive, and look, there you go, it doesn't go too well for him. And that's going to be quite a troubling situation now. Just one left, though. Cello with the Deeg as well. And you guys highlighted him previously. They're both one bullet away from death here of these Heroic players. 3 HP, 19 HP respectively. So Cello with a strong possibility to pull this one out of the bag there. Finds Borup. Just one more to go. Nico waiting. Perhaps for the tap before he reveals himself. In North Angle, actually. Here for Cello.
Oh.
And great catch.
Oh, that's lovely from Bolts. Danico as well, he's someone who's impressed us, but it's a slow start for him over here in middle. 0-4 currently. You know, first rifle round, he's already out of it, so not ideal.
Neither does Heroic, and normally for T's then they tend to be a little bit more aggressive, but still a very bad spot to be in here for your MIBR. Sure, you get the first one, but look at these positionings now. Maybe a little bit of a double bait here set up from the scaffolding area.
Yeah, playing it patient. Yell. Oh, that looked like it was on, actually. And that's surely, yeah, indeed. Shiz is like, I don't want any part of this now. We'll save what he...
Yeah, I'm not sure if there. No, I wonder if MIBR had a kit somewhere either. It might have been one on the A-bomb site, but yeah, time was taken out there. Yell no armor either with AWP, so yeah, but instead it's gonna be it's gonna be a stack instead. Very quiet all over the map.
Oh, well, not quite anymore. You don't have to worry about that because Shuz has broken the silence, hasn't he? 3 kills from the short side, and this little partial buy from MIBR. Oh, it's been beautiful chaos over at the ramp side. Nico all alone. And that bomb even, you know, just being a little bit forward is kind of tenuous at best for him to go and get. He grabs it, still throwing all his utility in towards this A site. And he looks like he wants to commit, even knowing that this site is stacked. He's moving in, and there it is, right? Gets punished for it by Cello. MIBR, they do it with just that in this instance for Heroic, if this is what they're planning to commit to. This boost as well is great to catch a player playing default. They don't throw any of the utility. Instead, they're just peeking dry with a couple of flashes to supplement this play, and it's all gone wonderfully for them.
Yeah, that's a really good round by Heroic here. Even just started the round, we have Cadian going over to A, gets the kill on Yell, but even if he doesn't, I think the intent there is just to showcase that, hey, we're getting to a spot, and that's kind of what we see more and more teams kind of doing the boost first, either right side or left side, to just get into a bit of a better position.
With a really fast A-round progression. Borup going straight in there, looking to find those entry kills. Oh, Danico, he's brought out the shoddy, and he's found himself 2. And that's not a bad start here. And he's caused problems. He's slowed Borup right down. He's going to have to try to deal with this. It's Danico's sandwich, but he might be able to make something of this. Jumping forward, caught by Katie in mid-air. But Yell's there as well to take down Borup. And it's A lot of trades back and forth here, and as the dust settles, we can see Storm has moved his way into that B site. He has forward position, now occupying the attention of MIBR, and the swing is going to work out on the trade for Bolts. Cadian by himself. What a crazy round so far. And it's over, with MIBR just barely holding on, thanks to the heroics of Danica with the auto shotgun.
Playing more of these like retake situations, allowing more freedom for the heroic players. This is the boost I was talking about. Normally when we talk about the Expo Flash coming in, just running straight from the ramp area there, it just takes a lot of time. So before you actually do a B exec, you kind of try to get yourself in a position in the left side or right side there, so you can have a little bit more runway with the flash. And then potentially down with the fallback. Yeah, we see it here now. They're pushing into ramp, so mid-round aggression, but Heroic is ready for it. Great positioning.
Burn them all down. It's going to make life quite difficult. Yell here. No stranger to some heroics himself, but unfortunately may want to just try to keep this off into the next round at this point.
The calling and stuff like that with the mid presence and stuff like that, and I think that's really what the payoff really got that on this round for Heroic. Trying to get in more of a position, just a one flashbang. It's a bit of a sloppy retake, I'd say. And Heroic, they're very happy about that, knowing as well they didn't have a lot of mates on their bank either, just the one flashbang left on Stavin. So had MIBR actually done a proper retake execute here, I think it would have been a little bit safer. But Yell gets at least a few kills on the board, but it doesn't really help him in the sense of getting the round win. Economy is starting to build up a little bit, but probably not where you would have expected it to be, considering they're 8-4 and up. But we're back on the B train. I think that, I don't know if it's Cadian making these calls, but this is a wonderful call again here from Heroic. We see the tendency as well from MIBR, trying to opt for that aggressive A play this time around, leaving only one player at B. It's still close to a 3-on-2 situation now. Bomb has not gone down yet, but Yell is now extremely low instead, 23 HP.
You know, but it just, that's like a, for a 3-letter name, it feels long to say SHC, yeah, it is. You know?
We'll have to see, though, if they can somehow find some value here. And once again, we're going to see the B play coming through from Heroic. It's going to be a bit slower, just contacting it in. And again, it's just, it's so explosive. Although Bolts might be in a position to do some damage. Lots of damage done, maybe not as much as he wanted, but a 3 versus 2 in favor of MIBR. It is a better look than we've seen.
Oh, that's devastating.
Yeah.
Molly just ticking over, man. Just getting rid of Danico. There's the repeat, though, from... It can feel like a nightmare to deal with, especially when you look at MIBR. They've got no utility. They've got nothing to force engagements, to make Cadian get uncomfortable. It's going to have to be one player stick the bomb, the other get the kill. And when that doesn't happen, everything's coming up in favor of Cadian. Heroic onto 10, and the 1v2 locked in.
Just falling back, trying to get that info. The jump spots. Oh, 5 HP from Yell, and the distraction is so good for SHC, able to pick up 2. Storm gets the trade, but maybe there's been too much damage done at this point. The ball's down on the ground. Nico's alone, facing the full force of MIBR, and he has so many angles to worry about. You can see him having to check between both the side alley and the site. Looking pretty good actually at the moment here for MIBR on this site. You really want to see them have a way to get back into this one, make it competitive, and it's looking really competitive right now. Nico trying to get himself some love with the USP, although he will be denied his unrequited love. And Borup, I mean, these 3 remaining players are very low, but they are going to be able to play the bomb quite nicely here. Great stuff from Bolts, really abusing his position.
And that's actually the perfect call to make, right? As he's about to find out. Smoke's going down. I like this smoke, but it's always got gaps, right? It opens up this mid to B potential, and you can run this very, very quickly, but you do have to contend with those little gaps either side of the smoke, and the fact that MIBR aren't mindful of that has cost them dearly. They've lost these players pushing in through middle. They catch Tessez flanking. Now that is a huge kill to find, because now options have reopened to MIBR. They don't actually have to commit to B anymore, and you already see this lone player for MIBR. Cadian and Nico knocking on the door, however, already here, posted up. Cadian holding this tight little angle, trying to catch them crossing, but they jump over the top. That's smart from Cello to dodge this AWP.
Yeah, without any nades as well, it was looking very dangerous for MIBR. But just from jumping over the angle, gives them a chance here at least. 1-on-2 situation. Cadian with a nice little angle hold though, while Nico is clearing.
And that's a great spot for MIBR to be in. They've got this 5v4. Nico's playing a really nice angle there behind the fence. As we say that, we will have a couple players picked off. That's unfortunate. Felt like MIBR were ready to group up towards A here. They will take down Nico, but it's just not too much left to answer for all of these trades. You just get too far behind in the numbers game, and this is what happens.
Moving in, they get into the bomb site, but Bolts is repositioned. Now they've got smokes, they've got flashes. They can throw that onto the bomb and really apply pressure. You've also got the AWP on Cadian to worry about. He can cover here, and that spray's not connected. That's probably the round all said and done. There's Cadian with the swing. Heroic onto 12. And yeah, sadly, it's one of those rounds where, like, for Bolts,
4 versus 4, MIBR will be enjoying that, but they won't be enjoying the fact that they're very low on utility at this point. A single Molotov to their name and a couple of smokes. That, however, is a welcome sight. Great picks there as they continue to force the issue, looking to storm this bomb site. A site. Storm is standing steadfast.
Yeah, and 2-on-3, and they have backups. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's going to be fighting for this instead. Almost gets the 1 kill, leaving Borup now in a 1-on-3 situation. Might get a kill here, though. Oh, that's unfortunate for MIBR. A bit sloppy. Still, though, very, very difficult position to be in here if you're Borup. You do have some nades, but all 3 guys at the same time peeks you.
Ooh, okay, it was Stown who got it. I thought it was Borup jump shot in with the AWP, and I'm like, did he just jump shot them? No, it was Stown from top railing. And here are these ramp challenges that we're talking about, but this time it's taken to the extreme. They get all this control, all this information, and now they know, well, it's B because it's not A, so kind of narrows it down for you.
Taking their time, no rush. Close to half of the bomb timer is gone now, and now we start seeing the nades coming in. Yell gets flashed, and he's Molotov away. Look at the positions that they find themselves in. Has to hit headshots, and as I say that, Cello with 3 nice kills.
Because Storm has taken him out, so this gets really awkward all of a sudden.
And I just love that from Heroic. We mentioned it on A as well, but just the fact that they're continuously, you know, don't mind them taking these aggressive spots. You would never, I think that Stubborn would be so close. Exactly, right? Like, Cello has been there already, you know, Stubborn taking that green position. Gets another guy low, so he gets 2 kills, and SHZ is down to 16 HP. 2-on-2 situation now. Bomb's about to go down. There's 8 seconds left on the clock. Here's your window with the bomb going down. That's when I was talking about. You get the 1-on or 2-on-1 situation, rather. But that's a bonkers shot from Yell onto Testis. And very safe execute here from MIBR. I like this. You know, why not? Don't take the risks. Use the Molotovs that you have.
Oh, they don't realize it's the boost. They didn't notice. They couldn't piece it together where he was opening them from. That's helped put the advantage in favor of Heroic, and the fear, and that's left him in a 3-on-3. Now, Cadian, remember, he's got that big green gun. He's thinking about, you know, if this does go tits up, how do I save? Well, it is all going wrong back in the site, and so Cadian tries to get out of there, and it's very, very good that he is able to get away. You know, if you've sunk all this money into the round, getting the AWP, you need it to get out of there, and so it will. Cadian makes it so 13-13 regardless, but at least this sniper is still in play.
Bit more room to take over mid.
Oh, Storm is so damn good. He knows everything that's happening right now, and he is not missing a beat. Storm looking to get another one.
Well, I love that. You know, the cockiness, right? And this is really, you know, I feel like not a lot of more like teams do this, but just the fact that we continue to see the push and getting in positions, aggressive spots at that as well.
Feels like a very long road and a very unlikely one for them to make much more of this, though. And indeed, Heroic. And this is huge, too, because they got the double ops, as you said, Robin, and they had to sacrifice a lot of utility to actually have the firepower going into this round, which, you know, that's something that for me makes it even more awesome to see that Storm took matters into his own hands and says, you know, we're not going to win the utility game. We're not going to win the retake game.
Ooh, Nico. Yeah, gets stuck out there. They know where he is. They get him nailed down, but TeSeS has taken everything away. Has now support from Stown back here in CT as well. There's that annoying smoke that he's going to have to deal with, but there's a big gap in the right-hand side. So he's swinging in from Elevator. The wrap from TeSeS is good, and Heroic are on to 15. And yeah, I really do think that the difference is here. They're the kind of decisions that we just weren't getting out of Mibr in that first half. And sadly, it might leave them in a situation where you look back at this map and you go, well, if that first half wasn't so one-sided, maybe there was a chance. Like that from Danico to keep the pace high, to keep the pressure applied to Heroic. Cadian not crumbling under the pressure, instead being molded into a real gem, a real diamond here. Has put it into the 2v1. It's all onto Cello with his CZ. Nice little tiger print, but he's going to have to roar to life in this one. Orb down to his left that he could look to grab. Trying to deny the victory to Heroic. Pressure's on, but he's gone silent.
Oh, very unfortunate for Cello.
Trying to get ahead of that by focusing, especially during online play, at bringing new people into the mix. But let's take a look at the pistol, because this game's underway now. We've actually spoken all the way through to this second map. This is a first for us. And,
it happens.
Yeah, no, man, I like it. I think we could just chat for days, man, if I'm being honest.
And we are getting the bomb down here now, though. 4-on-3 situation. Bolts is low, though. Someone with some nades. A tough spot to be in still, though, if you're Heroic. Oh, especially after that. That was a nice shot by SHC.
That's why you get the P250, man.
More and more, I mean, I'm super bullish on it. I mean, it's $300, right? And especially on like a pistol, if you're Tia and you're talking like the long distance duels, like the Glocks will do a really good job in ensuring the close quarters, but having like a P250 just for long distance duels of getting a kill or two helps a lot.
I'm a huge fan.
I'll get one more. Yeah. They all go down though, so that works out though nonetheless, and still have the 2 players left. So a lot of money here. It's a nice little entry from Cadian, though. It's going to be a fast round from Mibr, looking to get mid control fast at least. But with that instead, they don't clear the corner. It's a nice crossfire setup for Heroic here. Chaos ensues, but it's still a 3-on-2 situation with Yell being very low.
This flank could do everything. Bolts, oh man, is he going to do it to them? They're not considering it at all. Oh, he misses the timing. Yell needs to stay alive. One's down in the pit with him. Uh-oh, he slipped the net. He's got it in, and Yell gets dropped, but there's so little time, and with the bomb planted where it is, it's not going to happen for Borup, is it? Bolts can just play around that bomb. Oh, the molly in the pit. It's like a Doja Molotov. Oh, that's so smart.
It's killed enormous amounts of time, and with that, it leaves no options for Mibr. They have to go to A at this point. And Heroic know that, so they have 3 players here. They've set themselves up, but that's a stunning entry from SAC. It's followed up by Danico, but the trades continue. However, Storm is very weak. TeSeS is by himself in mid, so he can't stop the plant from happening. Yell can fall back to that plant, to his teammate, to a defensive setup. And TeSeS is trying to beat the timing for the reposition. He's not going to be quick enough here in Yell. He's going to be in such a strong spot when he hops up on that box. Oh, can't get it, but the trade's ready from Bolts. No time here. The issue in sight is forced, and Heroic know it. They've got a decent enough setup, but they are all the way far back here. So if the entries go Mibr's way, of course, there's really no time for the rotation to do too much, as the site will be lost immediately. But that's a great start there. Double from Nico, taking down both Yell and Cello. But however, Danico's crept onto the site. He's causing problems here, but nothing that Borup cannot handle with the help of his teammates. And that's going to be the first Danish round on the board. Find a conversion here. And it looks like after losing the Apartments player, Mibr might go for a fast timing B. Heroic haven't rotated an extra player just yet, so it could be a good timing. Storm will peel away one more.
Oh, Borup with the big tuck back into Oranges, hides himself away, doesn't get traded, and Yell, he might just have to go for the minute-long save.
Yeah, that's sneaky, man. A minute save. Great hold by Heroic. I actually really like that approach by Mibr as well. They lose the man advantage early, so...
With the bomb, with 20 seconds left, the rotation's coming, so they're going to go for a split through spawn. Oh my god, Tessus annihilates one half, and the other half is left to Storm, who does pretty much the same.
What a ballsy call from Mibr to make when there's so little time left. You're essentially just forced to just jump through Arch there.
At the mercy of Mibr and what they're able to get away with. They throw this double kind of smoke corridor to get them into the site. And now looking for Cadian. They can't quite deal with him. There it is. There it is. Takes them a moment, but they do deal with him. And now it's Nico and Borup on for this retake. It's a 2-on-3. With the other two players being a mystery and that bomb being so far ticked, that round was kind of written off for Heroic.
30 seconds to get the bomb planted now, and Bolster's still trying to claim space on Banana. Borup is not buying it, though. He's actually going to peek for info. He sees that they're actually going to be committing A. He can find either a flank timing or, well, looks like that's what he's committing to, and in goes the committed push. They have no choice but to go on this. Charlie will take down Tessus in a trade, but it's still looking pretty labored here. CT's in advantage, loads more position, time. Look how patient Nico's playing. He can just rely on his teammates as well to help him out, and there's just too much here for Mibr to deal with, and that seals the deal for the end of the first half. Heroic do manage to scrape together 5 rounds. It's going to be a tough final half for them. We'll have to see what they can do with it after the break.
Got a tweet here talking about, we talked a little bit about Yakindara and the Latvian scene, or that scene in general, and I got a tweet today, and there's a lot of talent up and coming, based off of like level 10 faces and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot of Finland. I had no idea they had over almost 600 players level 10. But nonetheless, it's a 4-on-3, it's a pistol round on the way, so I'll shut up about facet levels and players here for a second. You don't really have to chase.
And they might come to pay the price for it.
Yeah, I think this is a really smart play from Heroic. We talk about right off doing a full-blown execute when you know that they have an eco. And that's exactly what happens. Really just chokes off Mibr from the bomb side. They don't really get any crossfires going. And the first one to die is the one without the armor. So really just opens up the entire bomb site here. And again, if Heroic keeping all 5 members alive.
Traded, though. That's a very big kill to find. And they're pushing into spawn. Their pace is blinding right now.
Oh my god, and that flashbang as well. I can't believe Bolts gets Cadian completely flashed. It's all falling apart here now from Heroic. We have to remember, though, they had 3 SMGs, so it was a bit of a scrappy, fast round. But nonetheless, it's a great hold. Essentially creating a very nicely smoked. That's actually a benefit for Tease. You're gonna walk in here. The first kill is done. Danica, though, through the smoke, gets the 2 kills. Leaves it in a 3-on-3 situation now, though. Not sure if they're gonna actually clear Bolts. They won't. Nicely done by Mibr. That makes the read as well, putting 3 guys towards that B-bomb site. Could find themselves here and just fighting the 2 guys. I'd argue here. Mibr's positioning here is really good. That's a great flash, though, as I say that. And just because of that, Danica gets the kill, though, but now they're searching the site.
Oof, the frags are really coming in nicely. SHC performing very well. Even though that flash was perfect and probably saved 2 players, it seems like they were always destined to die in this one.
I think you do a half buy with Stalin and Nico here, and you kind of go for a play where you kind of guarantees you the bomb.
You got to complete it, though. You got to get all the way there. And I always think coming back T-side is at least nice, knowing that you can leave Mibr in a rough place where every round feels like a 2-for-1. That's kind of where we're approaching. There is still one player down here at short who could make a difference, but as I say it, he's wiped out by Nico, who provides all the entries there alongside Tessus. This is a lock-in. This is done. It's the save for Mibr. 11 on the board for Heroic.
Not only early round aggression, obviously, there's also mid-round aggression of maybe pushing back. Depending on timing here, no. Danico's going to have a lot of work cut out for him. They know where he is too, so in terms of just staying alive and being sneaky, that's not going to be the case. But we do have the other remaining Mibr players here already, so 2-on-2 situation.
Ooh. Oh, that nade is so close. Bounce the wrong way, though. Storm will go down anyway. Bolts in the 1v1. Doesn't know precisely where Cadian is, who does actually have to plant still. So Bolts didn't even necessarily have to go for it, but he knew that Cadian was on the...
Surely not the knife at 11:14. Yeah, man. Cadian, yeah, like, while he is like this wild stallion, it's like, yeah, man. No, he plays it safe. There's still a player in B, but they're going to clear banana. Their backs are turned. Bolts! Oh, he might just tear it away from them with that double kill. Cadian having to rotate in. Oh no, that was the chance for Heroic. That was the opportunity. But they go clear banana, worried on the back of seeing someone so aggressive, right, in Cadian's POV. They go back to help him, and they end up getting shot in the back. God, this feels terrifying. Cadian's just strolling around like this is all fine. Yeah, CT peak comes in.
How many times has Cello gotten value by just sitting in this smoke? Surely, if you've been watching their demos, surely you'd expect such shenanigans. He gets one at least, and gets all the info too.
Yeah, and they were so quick on their rotates there as well from Mibr. Danico is already over at the B-bomb site. We're trying to do a fake there with Nico a little bit, but Danico again with a good trade. They should know, well, they would know that he's here now, so at least they do get the bomb site, but it's a 2-on-3 situation. Bomb goes down, only a Molotov left on Cadian. Borup has a flashbang as well. Need this round, otherwise we're going to map number 3.
Yeah, and it's this post plant to end it. Cadian and Borup, the two to try and keep the dream alive for Heroic. Flash is going in, the Brazilians being fast on the approach, and they've already knocked one of them out. But oh, Borup, surprise 2K, there's the trade from Yell. And there's enough time for the defuse. He scares us a bit getting off of it, but there it is. Mibr, they lock in this map, and now they send us to a third. Man, okay, so now this is all in all little overkill. So look at this, right? Pistol round underway. Look at Heroic go, man. Like the red arrows soaring in through mid. It's the Danes up through short side. And now in towards this B bomb site. But, oh, the USPs, quick response. They get a man into jungle, but he's now kind of trapped behind enemy lines. How much usage are they going to be able to get out of Borup in this position? Especially if he ends up being one of the last players alive, which seems to be the case now. Actually, it is just Nico left in the server. He was over towards short. And, man, Heroic just got melted. They ran into that looking confident, like they had an idea, like they had a plan, and everything got uprooted once those guns started firing. Or modify, you know, one of the existing maps that we've had in rotations in like operations gone by, you know. I know some people are pro adding cash back in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it the thing where you just put the same, like a reskinned version of an old map. And I don't really like new cash, if I'm being honest. It feels like it emphasizes some of the things that, you know, oh, hang on a minute. I'll hold this thought. I'll hold this thought because we have a real skirmish in the apartments with these SMGs.
So
oh my God! They're running in with the enemy, man. Look at that, pack animals. They just charge them down, and Heroic hear all the footsteps, but they're like, yeah, there's loads of us here.
You don't even have any essential bonus weapons, just a FAMAS here, so if one guy dies, could be a quick upgrade for just Yell to get an AWP. Bit of a execute here with ecos and some nades, some deagles and stuff like that. Not going to work out. That they do get 2 kills for it, but we know that Mibr has a lot of money, and it was a B stack here for Mibr, 3 towards that area. Yell was there with an AWP trying to get a kill, but he's falling back now though. I love this. I was going to say we do tend to see this a little bit with a connector split, but good positioning here though coming in from Mibr. As I say that, it does get close. 1-on-2 situation now for Cadian. Picked up on flash, which is going to help him a little bit, at least to cross. Should be going down here though to bolts from the connector area. Oh no, he misses.
Oh no. They've given him a little bit of room. You don't want to give Cadian room. Oh, it's still close. And he gets the first. The immediate swing back in from Yell.
Cello as well. So much tension here. Players in smokes. Oh, Storm gets the kill. That pulls Cello away from connector. Oh my God, Storm is just such a beast. He's done so much for Heroic. in these.
Yeah, but you can tell there as well, right? In terms of positioning, that's great. And this is really how you win rounds from Mirage on some occasions of, just someone landing a nice shot, you fork up the rotation a little bit. Cello goes down. Mibr had good positioning, but obviously with Yell going down the way he did, forced people to get a move on here instead. And this is Heroic getting the Bay bomb site.
So many things have to happen. You have to win that first fight, Storm, which pulls the player off connector, and even if Storm loses that next fight, Cello's still in a position afterward where.
But it looks to be very much identical of the same round the Heroic's been doing 2 times in a row now. Worked out once for them. Will work out the second time. And that's nice. I mean, I think Heroic does a really good job on choking out the Mibr players here. I think one of the things that I saw that FaZe started doing a little bit more was that you are very much stuck once they come up in A-Ram, Connector, and potentially in Palace at the same time.
Oh, no!
Oh, dear.
That's unfortunate. 25 seconds left now, 2-on-2. Bomb still not planted, though.
So very, very winnable position. Another tray, 1-for-1. Yeah, I would have liked to have been in a 2v1, but of course he, well, we won't talk about it. Kaden faking the plant there. He only has so much time to do that, obviously. Now, likely be forced to go for the plant. He won't have time to fake it again, and that's information Yell knows. We can creep forward. Kaden with the jump spot there. Doesn't realize how close Yell has become in his position, and he's going to manage to easily win the clutch. Nice adaptation. It's kind of exactly what you're talking about. If you expect the surge, the majority of the players to come through mid, and there's only maybe one lurk here, you get one of those. That's fantastic. Does that change the plan for Heroic, though? Do they want to go up to B now? Well, I look like they were investigating that opportunity, but Yell's picked off Tessus. Now it's desperation. They've only got cap positioning, so they have to go to B. Good trade from Cadian. Borup and Connector, they're split up at the moment. Which way will they go? Maybe off of the next pick. But at this point, look at the positioning from Mibr. They don't have to even give them anything. There's no peek. They can allow them to take the site. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, just Cello's position here is so hard to deal with, especially when you have SHZ in the CT spawn as well, mopping it up, even if he goes down.
If you want something where it is like based around like the mini map and like heat maps and stuff, there's tools for that. If you want like specifics in the server, like running teams executes against you, there's tools for that. It is very, very cool, the amount of stuff that we have, and I can't imagine how painful it was back in the day where it was just demo viewer time, 6 hours to rewind the clip, everything just taking forever. But look at this, man. This round isn't taking forever. This is kind of breezed on by. I hope they'd have some time to just chat first. But now the bomb's down. We're into a 2-on-2. Heroic trying to get their second round. Yeah, back here in CT. Vanico over at the stairs gets double swung from sight. Now he at least knows where both players are, but that's only info for Yell. Now he's got to win fights with that info. And he spots one man behind the stack. There's the peak on his drop. And so Heroic get that second. The fast A play works wonders.
Teague on SHZ, but he's over at the A area. We know that Heroic is walking their way up to Cat right now. Oh!
Nice shots. And that's going to be another one.
Yeah, and they picked the right spot. They came from Cat, which means that they cleared the boost on site. Had they come from B apartments, would have been a higher % chance that they wouldn't have cleared that area.
Oh no, he shot. This is wild, man. They have Tessa's trap. There it is, right? Finally, they swing onto him. So it is just Cadian left in this 1v3. Bombs down at the very, very least. That gives him a little more stake in this one. He's got the AWP as well. All these players coming from mid and jungle. Flash is real good. Cadian's blinded from it, and this now leaves him staring into the wall, waiting for the push. Missed shot the first time around. All through the smoke, he does claim the life of one. Bomb ticking away. Cadian still wasting time. This is expert use of the clock, but the nade out! Oh my word! And it looks like he's done it! Somehow, some way, Cadian wins that round.
There's some information at least there on the hands of Mibr, but didn't get as much as they wanted to. That's a nice shot. Cello as well shuts it. Where was that? Shuts it down somewhere. Looks to be in mid as well in the connector area.
they're not saying let's play more passive. They're saying let's find opportunities to get aggressive and to challenge before Heroic get onto a site. With that said, as I'm talking about that, looks like Storm is on a confident run there, able to take a couple extra kills, which is nice. But
and we've seen this again and again from Mibr, opting a little bit more towards the 3, towards B. That's a nice entry though for Cadian. Gets bolts, but then all of a sudden it gets flipped back into a 4-on-3 now. He has to respot Stanico, so they do have control of the truck, but that's about it. There's still 2 Mibr members here on this B bomb site ready to fight for it.
Oh, well, no, not for long, actually, as it turns out. There's now just one, and it's Cello with another one of these smoke hides, man. He loves doing this, does Cello. Now, will he get away with murder again? Making a murderer, this is it? No, okay, it's actually Cadian to snuff him out, no problem. So, 8-7 there.
Different team, though. Heroic, very good at the moment. It's a fast B play here, though.
There it is, Cadian doing what he can. A quick double is nice before they even get onto the site. Always what you want to see. Borup in the pillar position, trying to see if he can just delay, but he can't. The issue is forced. Tessus now forcing the issue himself. Out the window, out into the open arms of 3 loving MIBR players, and they will have...
Okay, that's made life a lot easier now. Some pressure removed. There is still this under Palace player who currently was doing a pretty good job. Cello with the response. And it's music to our ears, but he's left in the 1v2. And Heroic with the ramp flank should have that locked in. Man, they snatch it away. Down with the caster's curse. It's all here, man. We got it all, CS Summit.
Chile has, what was that, like 160 ADR I saw there? That's not bad.
With just this one AK to fall back on, you know, you can't really expect too much to come of it. Let's see what they do get away with. They try to pressure mid. They spot the players at Cat. They know that there's a lot of bodies here in middle. But for MIBR, something tells me they're not thinking about winning this round anymore. At the very, very least, you know you force players into mid. You've just seen 2 on Catwalk. It's this aggro in the top mid that spots the bomb that I hope just forces it to go back into B. Honestly, B is their best shot at this point in time. Like, you've actually got only one player inside of the site. And with them not winning that fight, yeah, it's all said and done. It's all clean for Heroic.
But they're both situated over at the B bomb site. It's really only Tessus that's holding a very defensive angle here. Is CT spawned by Ticket. This should be an MIBR round, but never say never. There you go. Gets the read now as well, though, from Bolts. He gets the first, but yeah, here we go. Now it's just all up to Tessus. Not going to happen. A lot of money, though, on the board for Heroic. And that's really best case from MIBR. To Dan's point here, I am actually surprised to see 4 AK buys and just really Bolts buying utility.
And essentially, it's like MIBR are kind of just starting this round over again, but in a 3-on-5.
It's funny that we saw that run, and you mentioned as well, Heroic didn't have anyone towards B, and now that we think about all 3 maps, MIBR hasn't done a lot of fakes. They've been really going to kind of where they've been showing themselves. So with them doing that execute and showing themselves a little bit on towards A, that's when you saw all 5 Heroic members just leaving the B bombs right off the bat. It's not going to be a winnable round here for SHZ. He does get 1 kill, though, after the round is over.
It's not like they've misdirected in terms of, like taking the bomb somewhere and then going somewhere else, but they have used misdirection to get a player boosted into window without Heroic knowing about it. So let's see if Cello's able to get anything done from here. With Cadian back in CT, he's being a real nuisance to these comm players, and the aggression at ramp drops the bomb. So yeah, it's a nice idea, right, to get Cello into this position, and he is the one man to get a kill for MIBR, but it hasn't really done much in the grand scheme of the round. He's probably just a dead man walking here in mid, and there it is for Cadian. He'll put 12 on the board for Heroic. Ooh, that's fast. That's speedy. Oh, but yeah, that's the thing. Heroic might have given with one hand. They're taking with the other, and there's Tessus really locking it in, really driving home the victory. Oh, he's even looking for more. And poor old Yell, man. He's not going to be ready for this, surely. And here it is, the lock-in 13-10 in favor of Heroic. to really, you know, be able to even like theorize any kind of solution here. Heroic have just come alive. They're setting each other up really well. The reads have been there. You know, you mentioned how MIBR haven't really been faking. They haven't really conditioned Heroic at all on this T side. And so it does feel like a real uphill battle right now. Cello, one man who maybe could make a difference, is already out of the round. And there's even more where that came from. That's brutal, man. It's already over before it's even begun at this B site. Cadian even wrapping in through lower just to seal the deal.
Cello ended up buying though for 450. Well, it's a bit of a weird wonky bias here coming in.
Again, I don't think we're going to see AWPs, are we?
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, that might also be intentional, right? Like we talk about some certain maps not, you know, being AWP friendly, and maybe for MIBR, Mirage is one of those maps. But because of that as well, they're not going to have, you know, an AWP here now. Like I said, I would. Yeah, and that was a nice setup there. We talked about Yell with the AWP. He gets the first 2 kills here. No armor still. Glasscan hasn't lost an ounce of life yet, though. We'll see. It's very slow and steady. Bolts is still just holding this A push potential. But based on the fact that he's not moving, it is looking very likely that they're going to try and get their way into connector. But they have not spotted Borup. Just gets the 1, though. Still a 3-on-2 situation with really only Stouden here. And the timing, obviously.
I thought you would have seen him there, but... Oh, there we go. He goes back for it. And now pushing the smoke. Tess says, that's it, man. They get it done.